Hi, I'm Nick, and this is Piano Basics. Today we'll be looking at how do you play the piano, or piano technique. The most basic principle of piano is finger presses key and sound comes out. When the question, how do you play the piano, is asked, what that really means is, what is the best way to press these keys and have sound come out? Small disclaimer. In my own career, I went through some retraining. The way I was playing was causing me pain, and I took some lessons to try and fix it. This has influenced a lot of my ideas on piano technique. There are a few different schools on sustainable body movements. I was taught in this one, so almost all my ideas on technique come from this particular school of thinking. I'm sure that there are other ideas that may work for other people, but let me explain the reasoning behind what I found worked for me and why I teach it to all my students. Basic piano technique starts at posture. Most people would know that.
So you want to sit nice and tall with a nice straight back.
Sit on the front edge of the
Shoulder width apart, maybe a bit more,
Feet on the floor.
and then have a look at their arm position. Now, ideally, we should
full board of the piano.
For is about a 90-degree bend.
And keeping the legs free. Notice the space.
All of this is to avoid unnecessary tension in your muscles while you play. Basically, following the path of least resistance. Now, I said unnecessary tension because there is an amount of exertion needed to play the piano. We're using muscles to do all of these things, but there shouldn't be any unnecessary tensing or overuse. Most piano teachers may refer to this as relax playing. It's mostly semantics, but for this video, rather than tell you to relax, I'm going to refer to it as getting rid of unnecessary tension. The main purpose of piano technique is to optimize and minimize the amount of effort needed to play. Unlike sports, pain doesn't equal gain in music. Larger muscles do not equal better performance. However, unnecessary tension can come from a lot of places. This includes seating and hand alignment, as well as the physical action of pressing the keys. Let's break each of these down. For seating, best practice means keeping the forearms parallel or horizontal with the floor, while the elbow is approximately level with the surface of the white keys. The length of your upper arm should be the deciding factor in how high or how low your piano bench is. Make minor adjustments within a small range to suit you. Next, we want to make sure we're balanced while sitting. Balanced seating means that weight should be distributed more evenly across the body, primarily over the hip joints and sitting bones. It also brings the torso slightly forward to support the hands. We should also be maintaining 3 points of contact while sitting in a neutral position, meaning sitting without playing. 1. The piano bench. 2. Our fingertips resting lightly on the keys. And 3. Our feet flat on the floor. If done correctly, our shoulders and elbows should maintain a sympathetic neutrality, or be without any unnecessary tension. For alignment, our hand on the piano should resemble the neutral and natural position of our hand. Proper alignment has been described as having the hand being straight with the arm. Natural alignment is closer to the index finger being approximately 15 degrees away from the radius of the arm when aligned, though there may be a range of variation. For hand position, this is similar. The natural position of your hand also means the least amount of tension. You should aim for a natural finger curve and shape while playing. Just an open hand in a neutral state, not holding a ball, an orange, or anything else. This may mean that your hand doesn't cover the 5-finger position, or some of your fingers are resting on the black keys, and that's okay. A method to achieve this is
hang their arms down by their sides, pick their hands up, put them on the keys.
Just let your arm hang down by your side like this. You'll find that that feels quite comfortable. And then if we bring that up, we'll see that there's a particular alignment that the arm, the hand, and the fingers have. And that is our natural alignment.
proper posture and alignment are key for good piano technique. However, we must also ensure to use the correct action when pressing the piano keys. The muscles that move our fingers, primarily in the hand and forearm, may have previously been enough for healthy technique in the early days of the piano. However, modern pianos have changed, with higher string tensions and touch weights, the amount of weight needed to press a key. These higher weights mean much more force is needed, and there is a higher chance of injury or overuse of the muscles. As such, piano technique has needed to adapt. Motions such as drops and rotations have been developed as part of this adaptation. The motion of dropping onto the piano, opposed to solely pressing with our fingers, uses groups of muscles from the upper arm and back. This allows us to avoid isolating and risking overuse of the smaller muscles in the hand and forearm. The motion of dropping is based around the forearm. The elbow joint is the pivot point, but the power or speed of the drop is influenced by gravity. The higher the drop, the louder the sound. When playing a piano key, we should be aiming for the key depth where the hammer is triggered to hit the string, or where sound occurs, not to the bottom of the range of the motion of the key or the key bed. Anything more is unnecessary energy and tension. Once sound occurs, our hand and arm and the muscles involved should release the tension in them and come to a rest on the keys. Or we can use the momentum from the interaction with the key bed to begin raising our arm again. The motions of the drop are as follows. 1. Engaging the muscles to raise the arm. 2. Allowing the hand to drop. 3. At the point of hammer contact, we come to a resting equilibrium with the key bed. Or 4. We use the momentum from the interaction to bounce back up and go back to position 1. Sequential or smaller drops can be achieved through rotation of the wrist. And throughout all of these motions, we should be aiming to keep our hand and arms in their natural shapes. However, we may have to make slight adjustments depending on our position on the piano. This includes moving our hand closer into the piano or further out to maintain a natural hand shape, as well as adjusting our hand and arm positioning relative to the torso in order to maintain alignment. So combining all of these together, seating, alignment, and hand position, with drops, rotations, and those small adjustments to suit you, you'll be pressing keys and making sounds for a long time. Hey, Nick here. Thanks for watching. Yeah, this was a weighty topic, and I hope I covered the basics. I know I didn't cover everything. There's a lot of little finicky details that kind of go into all of these different techniques. So, apologies. I'm definitely keen to go into depth on some of these things and just kind of explain what are the techniques behind them or how you properly execute them. But if you have any questions or feedback or want more explanation on something or anything, feel free to leave a comment and let me know. Yeah, I'm definitely going to follow up with some videos going into more depth, but it'd be great to hear what I should be looking at, or what you're interested in, or what I missed in this video. Anyway, bye for now.